Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ultimate AI showdown of 2025. We're about to witness a battle of digital titans that will blow your mind. Let's meet our contestants. In the blue corner, weighing in at a massive 128,000 tokens, we have GPT-4o. Look at this beast flex, its 94% accuracy rating in complex reasoning. Notice how it moves. Smooth, confident, like a seasoned chess grandmaster playing 5 moves ahead. But here's what's really interesting. Watch how it switches from writing poetry to debugging quantum algorithms without breaking a sweat. That's the kind of versatility that makes developers weak in the knees. Over in the red corner, the philosophical powerhouse, Claude 3.5 Sonnet. This ethical heavyweight comes packing 200,000 tokens of pure analytical muscle. See that 96% accuracy in academic writing? That's not just a number, folks. That's countless hours of constitutional AI training in action. But wait until you see its party trick. It can explain complex code like it's telling a bedtime story. Though sometimes, is it just me? Or does it sound like that one professor who never lets you leave class early? Don't blink, because here comes Gemini 1.5 Pro with its jaw-dropping 1 million token capacity. Watch how it casually juggles text, images, and code like a digital circus performer. That 92% accuracy in real-time analysis? Impressive. But the real showstopper is its multilingual capabilities. 101 languages, people. It's like having the United Nations in your pocket, except this one actually gets things done. And don't overlook our open-source challenger, LLaMA 3.3! This 100,000 token underdog might not have the flashiest stats, but that 90% accuracy in general knowledge tasks, that's pure community-refined performance. It's like the Linux of AI. Not as polished as the commercial giants, but just try telling that to its devoted community of developers. And now, materializing from the depths of advanced research, here's DeepSeek v3. This 671B parameter powerhouse with 37B activated per token struts onto the stage like a revolutionary force in AI. As a sophisticated mixture of experts, MOE model, it's redefining possibilities with breakthrough inference speeds that top the open-source leaderboards. Think of it as the speed demon of the AI world, but with brains to match, though fair warning, its capabilities might make you feel like you've jumped into the deep end of the AI pool. But specs and stats only tell half the story. The real test comes when the rubber meets the road, when these AI titans face real-world challenges that would make lesser models crash and burn. So grab your popcorn and your debugging tools, because we're about to put these models through a gauntlet of tests that will push them to their absolute limits. Some will shine, others will stumble, and I guarantee you'll see things that will make you question everything you thought you knew about AI capabilities. Entering the stage with the first prompt, connect this research papers. GPT-4o jumps in with its usual flair, connecting the dots between autoimmune encephalitis, AE, and autoimmune polyendocrine syndrome type 1, APS1. It's impressive how it synthesizes the complexity of overlapping symptoms and treatment approaches. But wait, did you catch that? It contradicts itself by implying AE and APS1 share similar diagnostic protocols, when in reality, their criteria are vastly different. Even the best stumble sometimes. Claude takes a methodical, almost clinical approach. It refuses to make any bold claims without citing peer-reviewed sources. Safe? Absolutely. But practical in a time-sensitive medical scenario? That's another story. It also doesn't spot nuances, like the role of endocrine dysfunction in neurological symptoms, a detail GPT-4o found. Gemini brings its multimodal A-game. It cross-references imaging data and lab results, comparing symptom clusters across similar cases. This is where its multimodal advantage really shines. But here's the catch. It occasionally confuses correlation with causation, especially when discussing antibody markers. LLaMA plays it safe, sticking to established medical terminology and guidelines. At first glance, it seems underwhelming, but look closer. It's actually outperforming GPT-4o in rare disease identification. It's like that quiet colleague who surprises you with a brilliant insight. Who knew? DeepSeek enters with flair, sprinkling in references to recent medical trials and even dropping a clever analogy to explain antibody mechanisms. Its ability to pull real-time data from niche sources is unmatched. But sometimes it gets too caught up in the latest research trends, prioritizing novelty over reliability. It's like a med student showing off. Impressive, but occasionally impractical. Debug this legacy Python codebase with mixed TypeScript components. Let's see who breaks first. GPT-4 dives in like a seasoned developer, breaking down the codebase into manageable chunks. Its suggestions are solid, until you notice its misunderstanding of the Python TypeScript interface. The proposed fix? It could break production. Close, but no cigar. Claude approaches debugging like an auditor. It maps out dependency trees and even flags security implications of each fix. Impressive, but its constant reminders about code review best practices get tiresome quickly. Yes, Claude, we know code reviews are important. Gemini splits the screen, analyzing Python and TypeScript components side by side. Clever. But it completely misses an async timing issue in the TypeScript module. That's a production outage waiting to happen. Still, its ability to visualize the debugging process is a nice touch. LLaMA surprises again. Its debugging patterns, trained on community-driven datasets, catch edge cases the others miss. But let's be real. Its explanations are hit or miss. Sometimes it's brilliant. Other times it feels like it's reading from a textbook. DeepSeek steals the show with its pattern recognition. It identifies the root cause of the bug while making the debugging process feel effortless. Plus, it pulls in real-time GitHub discussions about similar issues, giving its suggestions extra credibility. But its refactoring approach? A little too bold. Senior devs might have a heart attack. And for the next example, an interesting prompt. Write a children's story explaining quantum computing with a rhyming scheme, including accurate physics principles. GPT-4 starts strong with a charming narrative and engaging rhymes. But wait, did it just sacrifice accuracy for the sake of rhyme? Explaining superposition as both here and there at once without clarifying the probability aspect? That's a no from me, Chief. Claude delivers a technically perfect story. Every physics principle is spot on. But let's be honest, it reads like a bedtime story for physicists, not kids. Still, its explanation of entanglement is a masterclass in clarity. Even adults might learn something. Gemini goes the extra mile by generating illustrations to accompany the story. Smart move. But the rhymes? Painfully forced. Glee and harmony? Come on, Gemini, we can do better. LLaMA delivers a technically solid but stylistically inconsistent story. It feels like it was trained on too many different writing styles. That said, its explanation of quantum probability? Chef's kiss. If only the rest of the story matched that brilliance. DeepSeek crafts a hilarious and engaging tale of quantum cats. It's modern, relatable, and technically accurate. But did it just reference a 2024 meme in a 2025 story? Keep up with the times, DeepSeek. Still, its ability to blend humor with complex concepts is unmatched. For the grand finale, let's throw them all at a breaking financial news story and see who gives the best advice. GPT-4 analyzes the market like a seasoned trader, identifying patterns and potential overreactions. But here's the catch, it's still working with slightly outdated training data. Those market correlations? They're so 2024. Claude won't commit to specific stock predictions, smart move, but its risk analysis framework is top-notch. If you're looking for caution and thoroughness, Claude's your model. But sometimes you need bold calls, and Claude just isn't that model. Gemini shines with real-time data integration, pulling in market feeds and social sentiment. But it stumbles again with causation versus correlation, misinterpreting DeepSeek's impact on NVIDIA's valuation. That's becoming a pattern, isn't it? LLaMA provides a solid but generic analysis. It's like it's afraid to make bold predictions. However, its nuanced pattern recognition in market data is surprisingly insightful. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done. DeepSeek dominates the real-time game, pulling insights from ex-Twitter sentiment and niche financial forums. It catches market sentiment shifts before they hit mainstream news, giving its advice a cutting-edge feel. But sometimes it gets too caught up in the hype. Focus, DeepSeek, focus. The verdict? Here's the unvarnished truth. None of these models is perfect. GPT-4o is the jack of all trades, but master of none. It's versatile, but occasionally stumbles on specifics. Claude is the cautious genius, delivering thorough and reliable results, but lacking boldness. Gemini impresses with multimodal capabilities, but struggles with reliability. LLaMA is the open-source underdog, quietly excelling in niche areas while staying conservative overall. DeepSeek is the rising star, blending humor, real-time insights, and cutting-edge analysis, but it's occasionally too flashy for its own good. Choose your AI like you choose your tools, based on the job at hand. And always, always double-check their work. They're impressive, but they're not infallible. ChatGPT Plus keeps it simple with a $20 per month subscription for unlimited chat access. Think of it as your AI all-you-can-eat buffet. For the API enthusiasts, it's $10 per million tokens for input and $30 per million tokens for output. That 20-page business proposal? About $1.20 in API costs. Not bad for something that could seal $1 million deal, right? Claude 3.5 Sonnet stays in the game with a $20 monthly subscription, or $18 if you're ready to commit for a year. That's like getting a month free. API pricing is a steal at $3 per million tokens for input and $15 for output. Plus, you get a whopping 200K token context window. That same business proposal, just 90 cents. Less than $1 for something that actually makes sense? Sign me up. Gemini 1.5 Pro comes bundled with Google. One AI Premium for $21.99 a month, and they're throwing in 2 terabytes of Google Drive storage like it's a party favor. API costs? Around $21 per million tokens combined for input and output. That business proposal? About $1.05. Google's basically saying, here's powerful AI and enough storage for your entire digital life. Meta's LLaMA 3.3 is the open-source hero we didn't know we needed. The model itself? Free. Self-hosted token generation costs? As low as 1 cent per million tokens. That's 25 times cheaper than GPT-4. Even with cloud hosting markups, it's still a bargain. That business proposal? Just pennies to process. Meta's playing the long game here. DeepSeek v3 is shaking things up with free usage and API pricing at 14 cents per million input tokens and 28 cents per million output tokens. That complex analysis you've been putting off. It'll cost you less than your morning coffee. Disruptive? Absolutely. The future isn't about choosing between power and affordability anymore. It's about finding the right balance that works for you. Whether you're a developer building the next big thing, a business looking to streamline operations, or just someone curious about what AI can do for you, there's a solution out there that fits both your needs and your budget. And hey, if you ever need help navigating this exciting AI landscape, you know where to find me. Don't forget to like and subscribe.